Hello and welcome to another AQA GCSE 8300 revision video. This is the first paper in the higher tier from the May or June 2017 past paper. This is a non-calculator paper, so we're not allowed to use calculators, and we're picking up in question 16, which reads: a fair spinner has 5 equal sections numbered 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. A fair 6-sided dice has 5 red faces and 1 green face. The spinner is spun. If the spinner shows an even number, the dice is thrown. Complete the tree diagram for the spinner and the dice. Okay, so our fair spinner has 5 sections numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our sample space, probability of course is event over sample space. So we've got event over sample space. And we know that our sample space is going to be a 5 because it has 5 equal sections. Now, a fair 6-sided dice has 5 red faces and 1 green face. The spinner is spun. If the spinner shows an even number, the dice is thrown. Complete the... Okay, so we've got chances of the spinner being even and the chance of the spinner being odd. So the chance of the spinner being even, well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 2 is an even number and 4 is an even number. And those are the only 2 even numbers in our sample space. So the probability of it being even is 2 over 5. And the probability of it being odd, we've got 1, 3 and 5 are all odd numbers. So that probability is 3 over 5. Okay, so if it is even, then the dice is thrown. So let's complete this. So now, if it's even, our probabilities are: we've got a fair 6-sided dice that has 5 red faces and 1 green face. So this time our sample space is over 6. And we have the options of red and green. So I'm going to put red and green. So it has 5 red faces out of a total of 6 faces. So the chances of the dice landing on a red face is 5 over 6. And the chances of it landing on a green face is 1 over 6. And one way to check that we've done this right is it's either going to land on a red or a green. That's definitely 100% certain. So if 5 over 6 plus 1 over 6 is equal to 6 over 6, which is 1, which is 100%, then we know we've covered all our bases. And again, it's either going to be even or it's going to be odd. There's nothing else it could be. So 2 over 5 plus 3 over 5 equals 5 over 5, which is 1, which is a certainty. So again, we've covered all our bases. Now, we're told nothing about if it lands on an odd number. So there's nothing to complete on this odd side here. So that's all there is to it for our 2 marks. So 16b says, work out the probability of getting an even number and the colour green. Okay, so the probability of 2 events, probability of A and, I'm going to use an ampersand for and, B. I mean, there's other ways of writing it. technically you would use the intersection sign. If you were going to use set theory notation, you might want to write it like this: A and B. Or if you were using Boolean logic, you might do it like this with a dot. But you could also just write A and B, whatever. It is equal to the probability of A times the probability of B. So we want to work out the probability of getting an even number and the colour green. So the probability of getting an even number is 2 over 5 times the probability of getting green. So that's 1 over 6, which we got from our diagrams here and here. And that's equal to, well, to multiply fractions you just multiply the numerators and denominators, so 2 times 1 is 2 and 5 times 6 is 30, which if we want we can simplify to 1 over 15, but I'm perfectly happy to just leave the answer as 2 over 30. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. If you're taking your GCSEs this year, I'd like to wish you every success with your revision and every success with your exams, and I'll look forward to seeing you in another video.